Thanks to the Minnesota Lottery, here we are in the TCO studios, into the Eagles game, off the Buccaneers game. Pete Bercich, Ron Johnson, Paul Allen. Let's begin with Ron. How much trouble are we in off that loss to Tampa?
As a player, I'm going to say not a lot. I mean, honestly, when you look at the Eagles and how they did against the Patriots, you can see that offense. Mac Jones, I would say, is not better than Kirk Cousins, and he put up a lot of yards on the Eagles. The Patriots also had a lot of turnovers that helped the Eagles out. So as a player, I'm looking at this game and saying, look, we're both on a short week. We're not in trouble. As a person just breaking down the season of last year, and this is a new season, it feels like a little bit of trouble because you felt like the Bucs should have been an easy win. But there's no easy wins in football. That's why they say any given Sunday. But then you have the Chargers coming up. You also have the Chiefs walking to this building. So you feel like there's a little bit of trouble. But I think you might not have to win the Eagles game, but you have to stay in this game the entire time.
Now, 7 playoff teams lost over the weekend. Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Giants, Chargers, and Seahawks. So it's not panic time for everybody. It's just tough to right the ship on a short week in Philadelphia against a really good football team. But then you got to think about the opportunity. If I'm a head coach, I'm saying, guys, disappointment, but look at the opportunity that's sitting right here in front of you. You go out there, you beat the Eagles, you're right back on track. People are talking about you again. You get that good feeling. What could be better than making up for what happened last year? So the opportunity is huge for the Vikings to turn this thing around.
And 2 home games from now, the Chiefs are here, the champions, like the analyst just said. That thing got a lot easier. Chris Jones just re-signed. Ooh! All right, for the Minnesota Vikings in this game against the Eagles to have a I hit the lottery type player, somebody who potentially can blow up and just explode like we hit the lottery. Peter, who might it be?
I'm going to go with TJ Hawkinson because just with how Philly struggled against the Patriots with the tight ends, with the bunch formations, with the high-lows, those kinds of routes all have something to do with the tight end. Plus, Nakobe Dean's going to be out, their linebacker. Blankenship, their safety's questionable. We'll see what happens with him. All that, to me, spells, hey, let's get TJ going.
And I think Justin Jefferson is an easy one. I'm actually go with Kirk Cousins. Seems pretty simple, but Kirk Cousins, if you look at what Mac Jones did against the Eagles, I think Kirk Cousins is less likely to have those type of turnovers like Pete said. If TJ Hawkins is going to have a big game, Kirk Cousins has to have a phenomenal game. But I think all the receivers are going to get some balls. The last time they played the Eagles, we saw a little bit of a questionable routes versus certain coverages. I think they're going to cover that this week as well. And PA pointed off camera. Pete just pointed out they have some guys hurt. So again, on a short week, this is probably one of the better times to get the Eagles.
The Eagles have beaten the Minnesota Vikings at Lincoln Financial 10 of the last 13 times. Their last 3 victories against us have been by an average of 17 points, but we're going to turn that frown upside down against the EAGLES, who will LOSE. Here we come.